Hi, this is Heather with Stamps Paper Love, and I'm here today with a scrapbooking process video for the CraftIQ challenge. It's a monthly prompt or recipe challenge that is run on a Facebook group, so be sure to check out all of the other participants that are linked below in the description, and come join us. I've left the link for the Facebook group in the description as well. So what happens with this challenge is each of the first 7 days of the month, there's a prompt for a challenge or prompt for putting something into the layout. So you end up with 7, and I usually do it as more of a recipe challenge. So I wait till all 7 prompts are out, and then I create my layout. So the first prompt was having more than one photo and a half and half design. So I have the half and half design with the spoon and fork paper, along with another paper that kind of reminded me of like a dish towel, and it has the same colors as the bowls that are in the top photo. The second prompt is to add silver, which will be part of my title in a little bit. The third prompt is to add the word thankful, and that is what I'm putting on the photo right now with some letter stickers. So I'm just lining them up on the edge of that photo. There will also be stitching, the color gold, so you've got silver and gold, and washi was also one of the prompts, so that's why I was putting down that number washi to kind of cover the joining spot of the 2 pieces of pattern paper. And the last prompt is a feather. So anyway, this layout is about the addition of a dishwasher at my house recently. We've lived here for 4.5 years and have done so without a dishwasher, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a huge hardship. However, I was definitely very thankful to have a dishwasher and less dishes piled up on the counter, either because they were dirty or because they were drying after being washed. So it was kind of an exciting moment to get the dishwasher and get it installed in the kitchen so that we can have clean dishes easily, and I can stop harassing my daughter about getting them done and doing a good job with them. So I'm adding on the title now. I just titled it Oh Happy Day. The O is in the silver that was required for this challenge, and then Happy Day is in gold, so that covers those 2 colors. Then I'm just kind of playing with some different chipboard pieces that I have and stickers and so on to make a couple of cluster areas, kind of kitchen themed. And honestly, as this plays out, I'm not super happy with how it looks. I kept trying to use those little floral stickers, and they just didn't seem to do anything for me. So I try them a few times, and then I cut the sticker in half and try to place it on, but just doesn't end up working. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Probably just sorting through these little chipboard pieces. There are a bunch of bowl stacks and a little teapot that I thought might work. This tag was super cute, just says happy heart, and I'm just going to play around with the bowls a little bit and end up deciding where to put them. The teapot I tried, but it's not going to make the cut. I switch it out for this other little smaller stack of bowls down in that corner in a little bit. And I'm fussing with the title again a little, kind of rearranging it slightly. And then just going back to continue to arrange those elements, those embellishments. I really kind of wanted to put that little house on there. It just didn't really work in any of the areas. So, and the spatula is cute. I like the little heart. I end up positioning it on there kind of almost horizontally. And again, I'm not in love with it, but I may tweak and see if I have any other little bits and pieces that I can add to the clusters to make them look a little bit better. At this point, I'm adding on a sticker that has measuring equivalents, teaspoons, cups, etc., just to kind of give that stack of bowls a little place to sit. And I think I was peeling off part of the chipboard. Well, not that one. I guess I didn't peel that one off. On some of the chipboard, I peeled off a little bit of a layer to make them a little bit less bulky. These chipboard pieces are really thick, and so I'm not really sure how great a job I did at gluing everything down. Everything seems to be attached at this point. This is just a little odd little green stamp thing that I had sitting around, so I tried to get that in there. I'm going to go pull out some Simple Stories stickers in a little bit and add those in. Here I am trying to use that flower again. It's just not going to work, so I should give it up already. I definitely had a mishmash of different products. The paper with the spoons and forks, and some of the stickers, including those flower stickers that never made it on, were from a Cartabella collection, and I'm not really sure. I think the blue paper is crate paper from an older collection. The letters that I used for Thankful, that's from Paige Evans Truly Grateful. So it's just kind of a mishmash of all kinds of different supplies, which is nice to be able to use up some of those things. Then I added on, again, a couple of Simple Stories stickers coming up and layered them in that little area up to the right. And here's where I'm kind of peeling apart some of the chipboard off the, I think I peeled it off the tag to make that a little bit less bulky. And I had to peel it off of part of the spatula. I peeled it off the whole thing, and then I ended up having to put part of it back on so that it would lay flat on the layout. I'm adding a little yellow gingham ribbon to the top of the tag so that it has a little bit of pizzazz up there. And I always put an acrylic block over things that are glued on with the wet glue. It just kind of helps it hold it down for a little bit until the glue's able to start setting up. And again, this is another sticker from this little Simple Stories sticker book. I hate fussing with those if they don't get put down quite well because they're super, super thin. And I'm always worried I'm going to rip them up or rip the paper while I'm trying to rearrange it. I actually had a handful of those little mason jar flower base things, so if I would have ripped it, it wouldn't have been a huge deal. I could have just replaced it with a different one. And then we've got a Life is Good sticker. I'm going to also find a little floral piece that will nestle in between the two stickers there. And on the Cartabella sheet, there is a little scalloped circle that has the word recipes on it. So I get that and nestle it in there too. And then I'm coming to a point where I'm kind of checking through the prompts and kind of checking to make sure that I have everything that I'm supposed to have. And this is where I'm going to be reminded here that, you have not done any stitching yet, and you haven't added any feathers yet. So you'll see the little graphic for the layers coming up. And this is where I'm looking at everything and kind of double checking. You know, I've got more than one photo. I've got the half and half. I've got silver. I've got the word thankful. I've got gold. I've got washi tape, but I have not added on any stitching or the feathers. So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to go about putting some stitching on, and I wish I would have paid attention to that and done it earlier before I started gluing down chipboard, because stitching with my machine when there's chipboard on there is a little bit of a challenge. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking off the little tiny bowl stack at the bottom, and I stitch on 2 pieces of that yellow gingham ribbon, one towards the bottom of the layout and then one in the upper corner. And here I'm just re-gluing that little bowl stack and adding that back on. And then I had a piece of, I think, Webster's Pages paper that had some gold colored feathers on it, so I fussy cut 3 of those out and kind of glued them stacked up together, and I'm just going to nestle that behind that bowl there. And again, I feel like it still needs a little something something, but I'm not really sure what it is. So I'll have to think on it, and maybe I'll add something, maybe I'll just call it good. Coming up are some still shots, and again, make sure that you check out the other participants of the swap and see what they've created with these challenge prompts this month as well. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope that if you haven't already, you will subscribe to my channel and see further layout videos in the future.